already done 2 tea videos the months prior, so I would suggest that you watch my last one if you have not, so you're up on the drama, because I will be referring to a couple things that I said last month. And one of them being that Jeffree Star has still not addressed a lot of the accusations that people were saying about him, in particular Tati Westbrook. Tati had made a video saying that Jeffree and Shane had pretty much orchestrated the whole entire video that she posted about James, the Bi Sister video, and that they kind of manipulated her into making that video. And Jeffree and Shane had previously said that they had nothing to do with it, so she was pretty much calling them a liar and just exposing a lot of things about their character, so on and so forth. And at that time, a lot of other people had come out about Jeffree, and one of them being a couple of his ex-friends. One of his friends in particular had said that he talks bad about all of his friends, and that he was talking bad about Trisha Paytas. They went on a vacation together, I believe, to Las Vegas, and that friend was there as well, this ex-friend of Jeffree's that exposed him in a video on YouTube. He was there as well, and he said as soon as Trisha left that Jeffree was just like slamming her and making fun of her weight and her skin texture and just these terrible things that you wouldn't and or shouldn't say about one of your good friends. And it had gotten back to Trisha, and at first she kind of brushed it off and said, Jeffree didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually she came out and said, yes, he did do that. And then he's kind of like a mean girl. She said in one of her recent videos, she referred to him as being a mean girl. But needless to say, Jeffree has not addressed any of these things. He came out with a video actually and pretty much said, I'm not going to address anything. Said that he was done with the drama and would never do this again, was never going to address any accusations or tea or drama anymore. Well, that brings me into the highlighted topic of today's video, which just happens to be drama with Jeffree Star. I feel like it's not coincidental that the drama just follows him. It's like every scandal or So as soon as they cracked the code and figured out who that person was, the internet went crazy. Even beforehand, when Jeffree posted that photo, the internet was starting to go crazy. And a lot of people think that Jeffree did it on purpose because he has a new launch that just recently came out called, I can't even say the word on here or I'll get demonetized. I'm not doing it. But he has a eyeshadow palette, some lip glosses, the usual. And his stuff, new items, the new collection launched right before he started posting these photos and doing these things. And for the first time in a very long time, if not ever, his items did not sell out. Only one mirror out of like a 20-piece collection sold out. And that's, not the best for his sales. And as of recent, Morphe dropped him. So he's losing money there by not having that retailer, selling his products. And now he's not selling out on his website or any other of his other retailers. So people believe that he posted that photo and even possibly hired this guy to be his boyfriend to kind of stir up drama and get people talking about him. It's like a PR stunt to kind of get his name out there, get people talking, so it would bring attention to his new collection and in turn sell more product. And if that's the case, then smart man, because he does have the entire internet talking about him again. Now let me just quickly make a disclaimer, and I should have said this in the beginning of the video. Just because I'm talking about this man, I am not going to speak on how I personally feel too much about him, because unfortunately, if I say I don't like him, people will attack me. If I say I like him, people will attack me. But I have certain morals and values, right? And I don't agree with a lot of things he's done and said. I don't agree with that. If it were him or anybody else for that matter, I wouldn't agree with it. So, and I'm talking about him in this video because it's a drama video and he's always in the drama. So, with that being said, let's move on. So after that photo had been cracked, after people found out the mystery man in the photo, Jeffree then in turn started posting tons of photos and tweets and Instagram stories with this guy. And they're in like a little cabin in the woods right now with a couple other of Jeffree's close friends. And you can see like in Jeffree's Instagram stories, the guy's like cooking him dinner and they're holding hands, walking through the woods, and Jeffree's on his back, like a big smile on his face. Well, this guy, which I have his name, hang on a minute. His name is Marhold, Marhold. I said, right? Said he wasn't addressing it. He wasn't going to address anything anymore when it came to drama or stories about him, right? But when this story came out about his new boo, people saying that he was married and so on and so forth, he took to Instagram stories, and what did he do? He addressed it. But he made sure to say beforehand that normally I don't address these things, blah blah blah. But needless to say, he addressed it, and that just kind of proves that he picks and chooses what he wants to talk about, right? But needless to say, he said that the man that he is seeing has never been married, and made a point to say that if he was, that would be public knowledge, because that's public knowledge. You can look at those things up on the internet. So he cleared that up and pretty much said for people to mind their business and stop worrying about what he's doing. So now many people on the internet as well are speculating that this Andre is with Jeffree Star solely for his money, and or that Jeffree Star is paying him to date him to kind of clear up his reputation and his name. That's kind of where everything is at right now. As far as the Jeffree Star drama, he said that he's as happy as he's ever been. He's living his best life. Oh, another thing that he did as a a couple days ago, he posted to his Instagram stories him in the grocery store, and he had like a little white short set on, and you can see him like holding a bag of chips, and he had his pants pulled down in the grocery store aisle, totally exposing his behind, like naked rear end. And a lot of people were very upset by that. He hasn't addressed it, but yeah, I just thought I would throw that in there. Moving on, James Charles hasn't been in too much drama. As of recent, him and Emma Chamberlain have been speaking again. They unfollowed each other on all social media back when their little group, their little sister squad, broke up. It used to be him, her, and the two Dolan twins, and they all stopped being friends. But as of recent, him and Emma started following each other on Instagram, and paparazzi caught up with Emma and asked if, like, she would reunite with the Dolan twins as well, and she said no before the guy could even finish the question. So nobody really knows what happened between the four of them, but yeah. But James is kind of surrounding himself more with the TikTok crew, as well as like Nikita Dragon. She's always with TikTokers, which I don't really know how I feel about that. A lot of people say that she's doing it for clout and like kind of using them. Same with like Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau. They're Mangu Mojo. I don't know how to say her last name. It's whatever. But a lot of people say that her and Jake are kind of getting in that scene to like use them for clout and try and get famous on TikTok. And that brings me to drama with Tana and Jake. A lot of people are upset that, including for this month, ladies and gentlemen. I will see